I saw manga and crossword about some time back, even before anime came, I think. And that time it was just a very few manga volumes of Negima, which is not such a great manga to begin with. But I was kind of interested, so I bought them. And after that, I don't know, manga availability was very bad here. Like when I asked Crossword to send me mangas, I said I don't even mind paying extra shipping or whatever, just get it from whichever country you get it from, US or Japan, and they refused. They said it's just not available. So manga availability here is not very good. But for me, I like mangas better than anime. So actually speaking, that's a miss we have. Now of late, in Infinity Mall, I saw some mangas which were not previously available before, and so now I think we are making up. But it's still pretty expensive. It's like around 300 rupees to 320 per manga. So parents don't like it when you're going to buy it. So parents don't, approve of anime manga that much anyway. And then they'd be like, you're buying a comic book for 300 rupees. What are you thinking? That kind of thing still there. So manga, we still need to go ahead. We need to have a little more cheaper mangas available, a little more titles, more range of manga available. It's like some of the popular anime you may get mangas, but more likely you get obscure mangas which people haven't even heard of. The anime they show in Animax and the manga which is available is so disparate that people don't realize that this manga might be good. They don't know whether it's good or bad, and you don't want to spend 300 bucks for buying a manga which you may not like. So we need to India needs some improvement in the range of manga available here. And what about you?
Well, manga is definitely a different experience to anime. There's no doubt about that. But I'm not too fond of mangas. I prefer the animes because, first of all, I don't like reading them on the PC. I'm buying them as two, 350 bucks. I finish them in like an hour and a half. It's not worth it. But what we do is me and a bunch of friends sometimes go to Landmark and we just sit in a corner and we finish off the mangas and we go back. No one really knows and cares. So until a time when manga releases in India, if it releases in India for a very nominal rate of like 50, 100 bucks, then I'm sure we'll all buy mangas, all the volumes. Because it's cool, reading the manga is fun. It's a different experience. But I honestly prefer anime. Honestly, in India, people are very skeptical about anime because still people don't know the difference between anime and cartoon. If you go up to a friend or go up to a group of people and tell them that I watch anime, they give you funny looks and they're like, oh, you watch anime? And then they're like, that's cartoon. I'm like, no, it's not cartoon, it's Japanese animation. Like, it's the same thing. So basically the main problem is awareness. The people don't know the awareness of anime. Everyone thinks anime is anime, cartoon, all same line. And in India, still, getting there will take a while because there's not too much exposure of anime other than Animax and a very few anime communities. But it will grow in time, and I'm sure in a couple of years there will be a difference. So that's my view on anime. What about you?
I don't know. Actually, anime does mean cartoons in Japan, but the problem is that anime and cartoons are different. I mean, anime, like I said, the stories are meant for a whole wider range of people, and nobody really wants to take the time or the effort to go see a single episode of any anime and see, judge for themselves. And plus, it's like people watch anime rarely, and the ones they do watch usually end up being the childish ones. Like, I mean, Astro Boy or something like that is meant for a younger audience, like cartoons. And so they think all anime is just like that. And sometimes the cultural difference is also too great. Like Ranma Half was an anime, which is a little shocking for some Indian folks at least. And they would be, when they see it, they'd be like, oh my god, we can't watch this kind of thing. And this is not meant for kids. And they just have a mindset that it's meant for kids, but it's not very good for viewing for kids either because the cultural difference is too much. So that prejudice needs to go, and it'll be difficult. Plus, I know I shouldn't be saying this, but the problem is that we have only Animax, and where you only have English dubs, and the translation, sort of loses some of the flavor of the original anime. Because this is something I realized when I started watching subtitles also online. Because when there are only 2 or 3 voice actors, saying for every anime, and those voice actors, they have to translate what is there in Japanese to English. They lose some of the words, some of the meanings, and so it makes a difference. It's like watching any regional movie in English. When you see it, you don't get the entire flavor those people will be getting in its original language. So that difference is there. So, and plus the kind of anime which is currently shown in India, we need more exposure to the kind of good anime that's available out there. The anime we have are, the tried and tested ones, but not very good ones. It's like an average anime which would, be liked by about everybody in the world kind of thing, but it's not very good story wise. Now I guess Animax is working on it because now they're bringing up some good stuff like Bleach I heard, and FMA is also a good start. But prior to that we had Get Backers, we had Detective School Q, and a few anime which was not the best that is out there. I mean, it was liked by a lot of people, but it's not the best that is out there. So yeah, we need to go ahead in this. We need to get better exposure to anime.
Okay, Indian mythology, I think Mahabharata will make a cool anime, well, because I remember seeing Mahabharata when I was a kid on TV and it had these cool arrow fight thingies and stuff. And it's like, oh wow, graphics. So yeah, I'm sure, with anime special effects and today's visual effects, if they actually make a Mahabharata and high detailed drawings in anime style with sword battles and stuff, it will be amazing. Sure, it'll look good.
I guess I would like Krishna's life story because he's my favorite god. He did as he pleased when he was a kid. He was not entirely moralistic also. He wasn't one of those very good guys, goody guys kind of person. And he was a pretty interesting god, and his story was pretty good. When I read Krishna Tara, those Munshi translations which are out there, I kind of like that story. So I think there are lots of Indian mythology stories which I'm probably not even aware of, which might be better. But for me, at least, since I know Krishna's story to a point, I think that would make a very good anime. Really kind of fun to watch.